Alrighty, boys, we are here. Today is the day. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is having a great day. It might as well be Christmas today for me. If you guys watched yesterday's video, you guys know that we are out in Indiana picking up our new race engine. We are here at Freedom Racing Engines to basically swap our rusty, crusty engine for a really awesome, badass street engine that they have built for us. Now, if you guys have been following along for a little bit, you guys know the Quad Cab 2005 truck last year was our race truck. This year, we have a new race truck. So the Quad Cab truck is getting put back to a street truck. So we do have another engine coming from Freedom for the race truck. That's going to be lagging just a little bit behind. So we got the street engine done now, so we can get the 05 back on the street, and then the race truck and all that stuff's going to be coming much later. So this is definitely more of a street, all around, can do everything engine as opposed to a completely insane drag race only engine. So that's what we're doing. I'm so pumped. I wanted to get this intro out of the way before we walk into all of the madness and get into the specifics of the street engine that they offer. Everything that goes into it, the weaknesses of your factory engine, where that stuff's going to fail for you guys, and how to correctly fix it, remedy it, and come up with a solid engine that is going to last and be able to withstand some big power. So that's what we got going on today. Woo! It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great day. Make sure you guys stay strapped in, watch this entire video. It's gonna be awesome. If you guys can, you know I don't ask for a whole lot. If you're new, subscribe. If you guys could, hit that like button for me. Let's get started. As you can tell, it's another beautiful rainy day out here in Indiana. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. John? 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 Oh boy, they must be hard at work back here. John? John? Alrighty, boys. I think that's it. I think this is the one. Oh, very nice. Oh man, oh man. All right, so because Greg came a little early, we're not finished yet, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing because then we get put to work and we have to finish assembly. So I think what we're gonna do here is we gotta finish putting the head on, which our man Matt over here, we're working on right now. So we gotta get the cylinder head on. We're actually assembling the head, which is good because you guys are gonna be able to see some of the differences in this street engine from your stock engine. So we're assembling the head right now. Then we gotta get the head on there and a couple other little things, but you guys will be able to see some of the insides, which is what everybody wants to see anyway. So that's where the morning is starting off. Looks like I'm gonna have to get put to work today.
That's right.
All right, so exactly what are we doing here?
Installing the valve seals, keep pressure out of the chamber itself in case you get too much boost. Pretty standard in any most stock application in a vehicle.
So that's a specific hammering tool.
Correct. Everything's specific till you need to make it on the fly, right?
Right, exactly. Until you need to use duct tape
right.
and your 5-pound hammer.
And a lot of finger crossing.
So before you slam all these down, basically these are just greased and they really just kind of pressure fit right over that, huh?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, nice press. Keeps them tight. Obviously come in different sizes and fits. Like so, next to me valve springs.
Awesome. What we didn't see beforehand in some of the machining process is these thread-in freeze plugs, which my last engine had as well. So when you get a lot of coolant pressure built up, these thread-in freeze out plugs, I should say freeze plugs. So what they do, these are usually, are they just pressed in there, the stock ones?
They're like pipe fit.
Yeah, so they're like little press fit, but when you get a lot of coolant pressure, what can happen is these freeze out plugs that are normally not thread in, they can pop out, and then what happens is you mix coolant and oil, and as most of you guys know, that's never a good thing. So what we got is we got thread in freeze out plugs throughout the head on this Stage 2 setup. Basically everything that you guys are gonna see today is a Freedom Racing's Stage 2 street engine. So we're gonna show you guys some of the cool things that go into the cylinder head, some of the cool things that go into the Stage 2 street engine, and some of the weak points again of why all this stuff. The thread-in freeze plugs, just one of the many things. So what we're doing now, next step in the assembly process of the cylinder head, got the exhaust valves and then our intake valves are over here. We're gonna be putting them in. And as you can see with the new seals over here, kind of just press through and then have what, just a kind of like a press seal.
Yep. You can feel the resistance of it when it goes in.
Kind of like push it through.
Yep.
So on the Stage 2 head that goes along with the Stage 2 engine, what Freedom does is they open up, you're actually getting a bigger intake and exhaust valve on this cylinder head. Now, basically this thing is decked out top to bottom except for milling off the intake shelf here, which does limit what you can do porting wise right inside here on the intake. I'll show you guys another head, but what they do is, you can see with that bigger valve, maybe you can't see, but what they do is they actually do porting work inside underneath the valve, which does help out quite a bit. And what we'll do is at the end here, we're gonna show you guys the stock head versus the porting work that they do on this. So here is a cylinder head that has gone to the next stage, the next step, one level up from the Stage 2 head that they have over here. And what that involves is milling off the entire intake shelf. And what that does is it gains access into all of your intake ports. Now what they'll do from there is open up all of these passages to gain more intake flow. The downside to this is quite a bit of cost involved with shaving this off, all of the time to port all of this stuff. So that would be the next step, but does greatly improve intake flow. For our street engine, we are going to be sticking with this on for now.
For now, that's right.
For now. It's always the for now, right. Because there's always in the back of your head, right, exactly. The next stage, you never know. So we got a stock cylinder head and my Stage 2 cylinder head, just to show you guys a little bit more of the port work that goes into it. So just to show you guys, here's the intake and exhaust valves. Here's the difference in size. Hopefully you guys can see that, but much bigger valve on intake and exhaust, not to mention the fact that these are not the same material. These are Inconel material on the intake and exhaust. So also much better material than a stock valve, let alone the bigger size. So here's what we're showing. I'll show you mine first. You can kind of see down in here, everything looks smooth, completely wide open on each one. And then I'll show you the stock cylinder head. And this is your stock cylinder head. You guys can kind of see in there, nothing's been touched, nothing's been ported. You can kind of see all of the factory casting in there that really needs to be completely smoothed out for better airflow. So that is what's taken care of. Even though we can't do anything with the intake runner on this stage, what we can do is come in here underneath the valve, get all that ported out, get all that smoothed out, go back and forth so you can see completely much more smooth and wide open. All right, so now that the cylinder head is completely done, we've got all of the springs, retainers, keepers, everything's good, valves are in, cylinder head is good to go. We're gonna end up putting this, slapping this on here. We're gonna bolt this down, and then we'll probably go into the engine assembly room and kind of talk about that, everything that goes into their street stage 2 engine. All right, John, explain to us before we get into specifics of inside engine here. We got our head studs here. These don't look like normal silver or black head studs, which, if you guys know, I'm referring to ARP 2000s or 625s. We've got the gold edition.
So what these are...
We should call this engine the gold member.
We could. So these are, it's a 12 mil L19 material. We use this a lot on our race builds, and believe it or not, it's actually a little bit more economical price-wise than, say, a 625, but still is a quality head stud, better than, say, like an ARP 2000.
Okay, so right. So just like we were talking before, these are a better choice than 2000s, but don't have the price tag of 625.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Kind of look for places where we can not compromise quality, but still the end consumer has a little bit better price point.
Because when you're building an entire engine, it adds up quicker than you think. So, and what do we got here? This is not a normal head gasket. These are fire rings.
Yep. So this is a Hazley 6.7 firing head gasket set. We like to do fire rings on the block and the head if we can. A lot of times you won't be able to get the block in the head if you're just doing a head gasket job or something like that. So we do offer fire rings just in the head, and sometimes we do them just in the block. But anytime we get to do both, that's our optimal way of doing it.
So on your stage 2 engine, normally like what you see here is you'll see a groove in the head and a groove in the block. Basically, if you were to explain a fire ring, those rings, they sit in this pocket here. The gasket goes around it, right?
Yep, and then the head's just gonna...
They squish the ring.
Yes.
The ring then becomes your seal between your combustion chamber.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's just a strong...
Oh, there we go.
So the critical thing with the firing setup is always doing a hot retort. So what we'll do is we'll set this up, we'll put the head studs in it, we'll torque the head down, and then once you get it in your truck and you warm it up, pull the valve cover back off and retorque the head studs, and it will, because they're hot, it will crush that firing down and really give you an optimal seal.
Gotcha. Yeah, these things, just looking at them here, it's like, man, that's a big, but they squash in there.
Yep.
Awesome. John, you're gonna torque the cylinder head, right? I don't have to do that, right? You're gonna make me do that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I didn't eat my Wheaties before I came here.
We'll see. I'm feeling a little bit down on power today, but we'll see what I got.
You got something for that?
I might have something. I might have something for that.
Okay. John, I'm trying to get my cinematic shots here. put that on, right, John?
It usually helps if the head gasket's going the right way.
Yeah, that might help.
Boom.
So head gasket on and then rings on? You gotta take your sweatshirt off to lift that cylinder head up. You can do that by yourself, right?
I don't know, I'm feeling a little weak today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that by yourself. All right, so per instructions here, 50 foot-pounds, 75 foot-pounds, 100, 120, and 130. So you can count them. That's how many times, and that's per the actual firing kit, not actually ARP kit, but that's the instructions for the firing kit. So yeah, we're gonna get our gym session on right now. I was gonna make John lift up the cylinder head, but he's, yeah. Can you handle the camera duty?
Give me the camera.
Give me, okay, all right. You're putting me to work. It's already recorded.
Greg, how do you set this head on this block?
You know, I figured we could kind of toss it and see where it lands.
Are you guys feeling strong enough for this?
Just enough.
So if we didn't do this right, so what you're saying is now it's my fault.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I was gonna say you're not gonna make us use the small. Where's this? Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's why we have a collection of
Yeah, exactly. These are terrible. What you want is you want that.
We go for the
Yeah,
big,
you
big
want the big jug of lube.
Man, I'm feeling freaking weak today.
Yeah, all right, I'll take over. I'm gonna hold the camera and torque at the same time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna walk around like this. I'm gonna make everybody dizzy. Oh, okay, all right. So now you're gonna take over.
Oh man, I'm feeling good now.
Got that.
Did that come from the fridge over next door?
I found those in the fridge next door.
All right, again.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now you're good. Wheaties in an orange can, huh?
Man, I know somebody who drinks those all the time. Now I see why.
Now you're ready to go.
I've been using the wrong stuff.
7 torques later, this bad boy's ready to go. Welcome to Chase Fleece. All right, so you guys have seen us put together, but you don't know what's inside. So that's what we're going to talk real quick about the Stage 2 Freedom engine. John's over there. Feeling all right, buddy? Feeling good now? So we're going to talk about exactly what is in the Stage 2 engine here a little bit. Obviously, you guys saw the completed portion, but we're going to talk just for one quick second about the inside. So what do we got, John, here? I see a whole bunch of parts.
So, I mean, obviously we got all the components that make up, Cummins engine. Some of the stuff that we're doing on our Stage 2 is we drill and tap the mains for this 9/16 ARP main bolt. So again, we're looking for something that's strong, but not going to break the bank. As far as cost-wise, we can still use the factory block stiffener with this, so we're not buying extra girdles and doing kind of stuff like that at a power level where we don't need to do that.
Right.
We have actually dynoed up to about 1,800 horse with these main bolts, and have had no trouble with them, so I'm pretty happy with this. We also like to use a hardened main dowel, kind of keep the cap from walking around, things like that. But a good clamp on the mains is key, and we've kind of got that with that bolt.
Okay.
From there, I mean, our rod and piston setup, that's a Carrillo HD rod with the car rod bolts.
Okay. They offer the heavy duty bolt, so they have a standard bolt and a heavier duty bolt for their Carrillo option. So mostly Stage 2s get Carrillos with the upgraded bolt as well, right?
Yep.
And then for pistons,
So that's a QSB. That's a industrial style 6.7 dish piston. Depending on the customer and what they're doing, we either can run the 6.7 factory bowl design, which is this, or the QSB style dish, which is that. This is like a late 5.9 piston.
Gotcha.
We use these in a lot of stuff. I feel like they make
Good power.
pretty good power, and so
Okay.
from there, you know, trend non-coated tappets. We offer a DLC coated tappet, but for the money for a build like this, you know, we're trying to kind of keep things budget friendly. We've had great luck with those tappets, and that's kind of the way we go. So, one big thing that we do on every Cummins block here is we line bore the block and put cam bearings in the entire block. So you can see I got a bearing laid out, but we go through and line bore the blocks and put cam bearings in them.
We're talking about this. This is what's in what you would consider a top of the line, almost standard stage 2.
Yep.
Some of this stuff, if you want, like, it can be.
Yeah, we can mix and match and do. You know, sometimes people call me and they already have a set of push rods, or they already have tappets, or I already have a cam, you know, things like that. Or we can incorporate.
Or
those
goals change slightly
we can
to,
incorporate that stuff into the builds and kind of do the build to suit the customer's needs. So, if you were just, you know, calling me up and saying this is what I want, here you go. Well, these are the things that we're usually going to steer you towards. So
Okay, gotcha.
that kind of power level and things like that.
What we have a Hamilton cam.
Yep, this is a Hamilton 178-208. You can drop them right in. Great for street towing, kind of a dual cam.
Okay.
It's a kind of a base entry level setup.
Doesn't move the power too far to the right to not consider do everything kind of.
Nope, and a lot of times, you know, in this kind of build, the customer, I guess, it's going to be kind of a do-all type setup. So usually this is the cam that we're going to pick for that type of setup. I had great success with them, and
Okay.
it just works. So.
That's pretty much. I mean, we have trend push rods.
Yep.
Trend bridges. That's pretty much. Is that it?
I think that's pretty much
That's
it.
it. I mean, that's all. That's all there is to these
Yep.
machines.
Just big dumb animals.
Oh man.
But we do some stuff like we knock the freeze plugs out and we put in our billet plugs here.
Yep.
You can pretty much see that there's not a whole lot to it, but
It's the little parts, the quality parts.
Yep.
All right. Stage 2. You know who to call. Call my man John. Get yourself a stage 2. So this, you feel you gotta. After every couple minutes, you need a pick me up.
I don't know,
So
it makes
so
my eyes go crazy.
so the stage 2 can really go from anyone, really, right?
Yeah. So, you know, like yourself, you have a 05.
Yep. 05.
So I mean, we're putting a 6.7 setup
Yep.
in your 05.
Yep. So we are. I mean, I guess to clarify, somebody that might not be well versed on that. So my 5.9 engine that came out of that, because it is a 05, we can plug a 6.7 engine in, still run my 5.9 ECM. All we really need to make sure is that the injectors that go in, because a 6.7 to a 5.9 head can receive both injectors. We need to make sure that the nozzle spray pattern is matching whatever piston is in my engine. My computer doesn't really know the difference between, whether it's a 6.7 or a 5.9.
Right. If you have a 5.9 head, you're going to want to put a 5.9 body injector in it.
Yes.
But we can still set it up and run the 6.7 engine that way. So
I guess getting back to the original thing was, stage 2 can really meet anyone from that needs a stock rebuild all the way up to where I'm kind of at the higher end of 1,000
trying
or
to be in that 700 to 1,000 horsepower range with this build.
Okay,
That's,
right, okay.
Where it's really happy. It's responsive, it runs good, and it lasts. So, like I said, the base is to get good parts in it, stuff that we know works good, stuff that's gonna last a long time for our customers and not have any issues. So
yeah.
Try to overbuild them a little bit and not be on the on the edge. So.
Everybody's making faces at us out there. other than that, I think that's pretty much it, right, buddy?
That's about it.
I think all we just need is...
I mean, if you have any questions, 317-858-9937, you just call me.
Wow, man, that's pretty good. You had that. Wow, that's pretty good. That sounded like a damn commercial. All right, so I think we just need to go maybe rob next door and maybe steal some parts off of Fleece's shelves.
Thing is like we're gonna need a few accessories. I typically like to beat them with a flea stick before we're finished, so
I think we might just have to go over there and walk the shelves. Maybe nobody will notice.
let's do it.
All right, first part that we're stealing here. Oh yeah. All right, first part going right inside my pocket. Oh yeah. All of this stuff.
Fire engine, valve covers, intakes.
All right, so here's the plan. We are currently now taking this shopping cart, heading over to Fleece Performance and seeing how much stuff we can cram in this shopping cart for the new engine. Oh, she's a little heavier than expected. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Oh, being squirrely. All right, so we're gonna go through the back door here. We're gonna not alert any attention, and hopefully we're gonna get this shopping cart. Oh, we already. Yep, we need to go through the other door. Nothing to see here. We're just gonna be taking a bunch of parts. All right, so yeah, these look good. We're gonna need those. Distribution block. Oh yeah, we definitely need a distribution block. Yep. Set that right there. What do we got here? Oh, this is the intake kit. Yep, we'll take an intake kit.
The distribution block.
Oh, I think these are the turbos, right? Mm-hmm. All right, which turbos do we need? We need a lot. These are cheetahs. We need the big ones. Oh, 468. Let's get a 468. We're gonna grab this box. All right, Matt, you grab that box. You know what? Why don't we grab two? We're gonna grab two of those too. Oh yeah, a couple pumps. Let's grab all these. Alrighty, guys, we have a lot of stuff here, and we. All right, time to head back over to Freedom with a whole lot of parts. A whole lot of parts. Hopefully none of them fall out. We might need to take this box. We're gonna put this box in here. All right, go slow. Oh man, this thing's heavy. I'm pretty sure this is how every man dreams of going shopping. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is a pretty good shopping experience. We got somebody in a dually coming in hot. Alrighty, we have successfully made it back with our car. Hey, I think we stole everything.
Man,
we got pumps, we got turbos, we got everything. We got injectors, bypass. I don't even know everything we got. We got the 6.7 rail, the downpipe. Oh yeah, maybe some t-shirts. Some t-shirts. Man. I don't even know everything we got. I don't even know if I brought a big enough truck to take all this home.
Hey, does Braden know you took all that?
No, he was not in there. I did actually steal another monster of his from his secret lair. But all right, John, I think it's time. I think it's time that I back up to the door and show you this fine specimen that I'm trading you for that engine.
I feel like I'm getting the raw end of this deal. Right?
I don't know. Once you see it, you might change your mind, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty good looking.
All right.
I spruced it up a little bit before I brought it to you.
I'll get Clark.
The forklift? Oh, it's not on a pallet, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's the next thing. You want to see exactly how I transported this thing?
Duct tape?
No, that's Gorilla Tape. Let's get it right. Let's get it right.
My bad.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, just a couple good pieces of wood.
Oh my.
Just a good pieces of wood.
That's how they do it in New Jersey, huh?
Hey, when you know what? I was gonna actually build like a pallet system that went on the oil pan,
Yeah.
but this trip was a little more quicker than I expected, so we had to come out.
So like if we take these
Well, there's a
ratchet
chain.
straps-
There's a chain. There's a
On
chain.
it?
I left a chain on there.
Okay, so like if we take the ratchet straps loose, it's anybody's guess where it's going? Or?
Yeah, I figured, with that monster that you're drinking, you could probably pick that up just by
Let me
yourself.
Prop this under it.
Yeah.
Let me just wedge that. That should hold it.
Oh yeah, that should definitely do. That should do. John, what do you think? It's pretty nice, right? It's got a fresh oil filter on it. You can make this look just as good, right? Maybe?
Well, let's get this thing out of here before.
I was gonna say one more step and this thing's about ready to tip over.
Monster out of there.
Oh, I pulled the monster out.
We just leave this thing outside. I mean,
What?
Does it care?
No, that's good. That's been inside its whole life.
Oh, that's right. This is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. John, I'm saying they're pretty similar. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I think they're close. Right?
Well.
No? All right.
Give me some time.
So you
Couple cans of spray paint.
and a couple orange monsters and
Yeah, I think we'll be
this
in good shape.
turns into that. I am so excited. You guys have no idea. So my original ending clip got deleted, so we are back home. I just want to say a couple quick things to wrap up this video. I know it was a little bit longer, so I thank you guys if you made it this far. I didn't really want to cut out a lot of that informational stuff about that engine if some of you guys are possibly interested in some of the stuff that Freedom has to offer. So again, if you are interested in some of the stuff that Freedom has to offer, give John a call. I'm going to put their description and their information, put their information down in the description in the first line. If you guys need an engine, just a stock rebuild, performance stuff even higher than what we showed you, or anything in between, or just cylinder head stuff. Those guys are awesome. You will not regret dealing with them. I can guarantee you that. A huge thank you to John, Freedom, all the guys at Fleece, all the guys at Freedom. They have just been incredibly awesome to work with and bringing you guys some of this information, a little bit more technical stuff. Look forward to a lot of the videos coming forward displaying what this engine is capable of, what it's going to be doing, and the plan for the fuel and the air system that are going to be going along with this engine and the overall goal. So that's going to be the next video coming up, is going to be showing you guys and telling you guys about the parts that we got and the direction of this truck, where it's headed, where it's going, and what I'm hoping to accomplish with it. So again, thank you to those guys, and also thank you for you guys for watching, staying tuned, and supporting all this. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button if you could, subscribe. See you tomorrow. See you.